What's going on, YouTube? It's Paul Piper back here again, and today we have another review for you. Not of a pipe tobacco, not of a chewing tobacco. It's going to be a cigar. Durango pipe tobacco cigar. So we're keeping consistent with the pipe tobacco components of this cigar, but it is a cigar nonetheless. Darn good one, for that matter. But these are premium cigars, really nice quality. I picked it up at Indian River Tobacco Traders up in the Grand Rapids area when I was up there the other weekend. And this company is a little bit unique in that that's what they focus on. They focus on using pipe tobacco leaf in their premium cigars. So you see some of that with more of the economy cigars, the machine-made economy, like the Middleton's Cherry and the Black and Mild, those types of cigars. But not as much, I don't believe, in the premium cigar market. And this one has a little bit of age on it. I believe it's a 2010 vintage. It's the English Porterhouse cigar. And like I said, they make a variety of other ones that are more traditional, like aromatics, and check out their website if you want to see everything that they currently produce and have available. But the English Porterhouse consists of Latakia, Stove Virginia, Oriental, and then it's aged with rosemary and single malt scotch. And the smell, even before I lit it up, the smell was distinct of that rosemary and the smokiness of the scotch. Could have been some of the Latakia coming through as well, coming through that wrapper. I'm not sure, but it did have that distinct smokiness to it. It's very smooth, but you get the little bit of spiciness to it as well. And you can definitely taste the Latakia in it. It's a good high quality cigar. I enjoy it. But check them out. See if your local tobacconist carries any of their cigars and try them and see what you think. If you're an English fan, English pipe tobacco fan, you'll probably enjoy this English Porterhouse. So, now what are we going to talk about? Well, talk a little bit about Zippo pipe lighter maintenance and some issues that can come up. So I've got my trusty Zippo pipe lighter that I've had since I was, 16 or so. And you can see here the components. You've got the wick and the flint wheel, and then underneath the flint wheel, you can barely see it, but it's the flint. And that's what causes the spark. So you'll use your thumb to move the flint wheel in a clockwise direction, and then that flint wheel will strike the flint, creating a spark, which will kick out into the wick that is soaked in lighter fluid. Well, if you've owned these and you've used them, you know that, one, you got to replace the flints as they wear down, and two, sometimes once they've kind of worn, that flint wheel will bind up, and that's exactly what has happened to me. It will not move. it'll move in a counterclockwise direction, but not in a clockwise. So here's what you do. Go ahead and remove the case from the lighter. You got the bottom here. You have a flathead screw. So take your flathead screwdriver. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. That looks to be made of brass. Here comes the spring, and the flint is still there. Go ahead and take this material out, this cotton material, and then it's stuffed with cotton as well. There's that little flint, that worn down little flint. So now the flint wheel will move. Here is how they sell replacement flints. Zippo sells them in these little clear plastic containers, and this is very cheap. I think it's about $1 maybe for one of these, and you can get them at your smoke shops. And it's kind of neat how they design this case. So you'll hold it like that with the red cylinder at the bottom. You can see there's a cut in that. And that you will move. You can go ahead and move it ahead of time here. Move it that way. So it's like that. And you move it and grab one of them, and boom, there's your flint. So you take that flint, there's your flint spring. See, what this spring does is it pushes against this flint so that it's always making contact with that flint wheel. As you can see in here, there's a flint chamber right there. So we're going to go ahead and drop that flint in. Boom. We're going to go ahead and put the spring back in. We're going to put that this piece on first, sorry. Put that piece in, then we go ahead and put the spring in. Use our fingers to start to get it threaded. Then we take our flathead screwdriver and screw it back down until it hits the end. You get resistance. Go ahead and put the case back on. Now, the new flint, you should be able to see it. I can see it in there. You probably can't. We should be good. Voila. And that's how you replace a flint in a Zippo pipe lighter. Or it doesn't have to be just the pipe lighters. Any Zippo. But like I said, I've had this since I was about 15 or 16 years old, and it's good shape, easy to use. Like I said, you got to refill it quite often, but you can buy the lighter fluid pretty inexpensively, and it's just, to me, it's more classy than using, you know, a cheap disposable lighter, something like that. I like, you know, the nostalgia and that sound. I like that. And if you want a really nice lighter, I mean, they make some really just beautiful lighters now. Both Zippo and some of the competition. Some of the butane lighters are very popular. And of course, if you're a purist, you're probably going to light your cigars and your pipe exclusively using the good old-fashioned match. There's some people that say that you get the remnants of the lighter fluid and the chemical flavor from lighting your tobacco using anything other than a match. I don't know if I agree with that, but maybe I'm just not that refined. I'm not sure. But anyway, if you haven't smoked your pipe or cigar using a Zippo, go pick one up. Like I said, you can get these things, these pipe Zippo lighters, for $15-20. If you go to a flea market, antique shop, you can find them used very cheap, a couple bucks, maybe $5, something like that. So try it. But back to this cigar. It's very mild. It's very mild. It's been consistent. I mean, I'm not getting any sort of foulness as I smoke it down. The draw is good. You know, cigars are funny. They're very finicky. Sometimes just very inconsistent. I mean, you can buy, one premium cigar and you think, I have found the Holy Grail. This is my one and only. It's going to be my favorite go-to cigar. And then the next time you go and pick up a stick, same brand, same cigar, and you hate it. The draw's no good. The burn is inconsistent. This has been nice and consistent. And sometimes that has to do with how you light it. You always try to spin it around, make even contact with the flame. So there is some of that to it. But most of it is the quality of the cigar. And I'm of the opinion that there are some really good quality economy cigars out there. Handmade economy cigars. Some of the, like the Quorums and those types, they're very, very popular. They're very big sellers. And for a couple bucks or what have you, you can get yourself a good cigar to go out in the yard and work or smoke around the shop, something that you're not really focusing too much on. So it's just like anything else. I feel the same way about pipe tobaccos. There's a lot of hoopla around some of your premium brands and that sort of thing. And that's all it is. It's just hoopla. There's really nothing there. Bourbon, don't get me started on bourbon. Bourbon's my drink of choice, and now that it's become so wildly popular across the globe, a lot of Asian countries, Japan, it's very trendy, very popular. It's very trendy in this country amongst millennials, and those folks. But I've had some upper middle shelf or top shelf bourbons that I'd sooner drink piss water than drink that stuff. at least having to pay what they're trying to charge for it is ridiculous. They put it in it's a great marketing endeavor. I mean, they put it in a really nice bottle, and you know, they have a nice write-up, good label, but it's not that good. It's not good quality. And conversely, you can go bottom shelf or lower middle and pick up some really high quality bourbon. So you just got to try different brands and see what you like and formulate your own opinion. That's a big theme of this channel, is investigating things on your own, coming to your own conclusions, maybe revisiting things multiple times before you formulate your opinion. Not only when you're talking about something like pipe tobacco and cigars and chewing tobacco and bourbon, but just overall in how you conduct yourself. You know, when you hear something in the news, investigate it, challenge it, find out what the source is, and come to your own conclusion. That's what we need to do. So anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click like, add some comments below. If you had Durango cigar, pipe tobacco cigars, what's your favorite type of cigar? What's your favorite way to light your tobacco? Do you use a Zippo? Do you use butane? A match? What do you use? So add those in the comments. Let me know. And until next time, it's been Paul Piper. Take care.